What if climbing stairs didn't have to feel harder with every passing year? What if you could regain the strength and confidence you had in your 40s, even after turning 60? In today's video, I'll show you 3 simple exercises that have helped my patients feel 20 years younger when climbing stairs. These movements are easy, effective, and specifically designed for older adults. Stick around until the end, and I'll also share a trick many of my clients use to reduce knee and hip pain while going up or down the stairs, without medication or equipment. But before we dive into the exercises, let's look at one of the biggest reasons stairs become more difficult with age: sarcopenia. It's the natural decline in muscle mass that begins as early as age 30. By the time we reach 50, muscle loss accelerates, especially in the thighs, hips, and knees, which are key for climbing stairs safely and smoothly. The good news? This isn't a one-way street. Science shows we can reverse sarcopenia with something called progressive strength training, or PST. It works just like maintaining an old bicycle. Imagine a bike left and used. Its chain rusts, the tires go flat, and the pedals stiffen. But with regular care, oiling the chain, pumping the tires, adjusting the gears, the bike runs like new again. Your body works the same way. With consistent strength training, you're not just fighting aging, you're tuning your body to perform better. I've watched people in their 60s and even 70s regain strength, balance, and confidence. They're climbing stairs without pain or hesitation, some even better than they did in their 40s. Ready to join them? Let's get started. Exercise 1, the slow sit stand. When my client Marlene turned 71, she told me something that stuck with me. I'm not afraid of getting older. I'm afraid of falling while going up the stairs in front of my grandkids. Her fear wasn't about vanity, it was about independence. And it's a fear shared by many older adults. That's why we started with this simple but powerful exercise, the slow sit stand. This first movement targets the quads and glutes, the 2 biggest muscles responsible for stair climbing. Your quads help push you upward, while your glutes stabilize and power your hips to step and lower safely. Many people over 60 struggle with these muscles not because of age, but because they've stopped training them properly. The slow sit-stand fixes that with one motion that mimics real-life movements. Here's how to do it. Sit on a stable chair, feet shoulder-width apart. Scoot forward to the edge of the seat. Bring your feet slightly back, just behind your knees. Option 1. If your balance is good, hold your arms in front of you. Option 2. If needed, use the armrests or push off the seat lightly for support. Engage your quads and glutes and stand up in one controlled motion. At the top, pause, then lower slowly back down. This is where the real muscle building happens. That slow descent activates eccentric muscle contraction, which is one of the most effective ways to rebuild strength after 60. I usually recommend 10 repetitions, 2 to 3 times per day. And remember, no bouncing. Using momentum cheats your muscles. Controlled motion builds real strength. This exercise changed everything for Marlene. Within 6 weeks, she was climbing stairs without fear and with pride. So if you're serious about stronger legs and safer steps, start here. Now that we've worked the front and back of your legs, it's time to focus on a crucial muscle group on the sides. Exercise 2. Lateral step up. I once worked with a retired school teacher named Bill who told me, I'm fine going upstairs, but down? That's where I feel shaky. It's a common issue, especially for people over 60. Bill's concern wasn't just muscle strength, it was stability. That's when I introduced him to the lateral step up, a simple but powerful exercise that targets one of the most overlooked muscles in aging adults, the gluteus medius. Your gluteus medius is a hip stabilizer muscle located on the outer side of your pelvis. It plays a crucial role in maintaining balance when walking, turning, or stepping sideways. Weakness in this muscle is directly linked to poor pelvic control, wobbly gait, and even falls. That's why lateral movement exercises are essential, not just for climbing stairs, but also for preventing injury. To begin this exercise, you'll need a low step, about 4 inches high to start. You can use the bottom step of your staircase, a low aerobic stepper, or even a sturdy book stack. Just make sure it's stable and slip resistant. Remember, the average stair is about 8 inches high, but we start small to build strength safely. Here's how to do it. Place one foot flat and firmly on the center of the step. Push through that leg to lift your body up, allowing the bottom leg to come up and meet the top. Step back down sideways with control. Repeat for 10 to 20 repetitions per side. Use a wall, railing, or chair for support first. There's no shame in staying safe. Common mistakes include leaning or tilting to one side, which defeats the purpose of the exercise and increases your fall risk. As you gain strength and balance, begin reducing the amount of support you use. When 20 reps feel easy and stable, you're ready to try a slightly higher step. For Bill, this movement was a turning point. Within a month, he told me, I finally trust my legs again. And that's what this is about. Not just strength, but restoring confidence. Now that we've worked the quads, glutes, and side glutes, it's time to move on to an exercise that helps you go downstairs with less pain and more control. Exercise 3, step down with weight. One of my clients, Sheila, age 68, told me I can go up the stairs slowly, but going down is when my knees hurt, and I feel like I might fall. That fear isn't uncommon, and it's not just in the mind. The action of stepping down actually places more strain on aging muscles than going up. But there's a simple, research-backed exercise that changed everything for Sheila, and it might do the same for you. It's called the step down with weight, and it was featured in a major 2022 study focused on building muscle mass and performance in adults over 65. What makes this movement special is that it's simple, requires no gym, and directly targets the muscles used to control descending stairs, a key function that many seniors struggle with. Here's how to do it. Stand on the bottom step of your staircase or a sturdy exercise step, both feet together, facing downward. Use a handrail or stable support if needed. Gently shift your weight forward and step down with one foot. Then in a slow and controlled motion, bring the foot back up to meet the other. Repeat this 10 to 20 times per leg. To level up, add a 10 to 15-pound dumbbell in one hand, or wear a weighted vest. This activates a process called eccentric strengthening, where your muscles contract while lengthening. According to the 2022 study, this technique is one of the fastest ways to rebuild muscle mass in older adults, especially in the quads, glutes, and gluteus medius. One key tip. As you step down, keep your knee aligned with your foot or even slightly toward your pinky toe. This protects the knee from collapsing inward and reduces strain. For Sheila, this exercise was a game changer. Within weeks, she could go down her front steps without grabbing the railing and without fear. This movement doesn't just mimic stair use, it is stair use optimized. It's simple, targeted, and scientifically proven to restore the muscle control you need for confidence and independence. Now that you've learned the 3 essential exercises to strengthen your legs for stair climbing, let me share one final tip. A subtle change that's helped hundreds of my patients climb stairs pain-free, even after leg or back surgery. I remember a client named Geraldine, 72, who had undergone knee replacement surgery. She worked hard in physical therapy and rebuilt her strength using the exact exercises we covered: slow sit-stands, lateral step-ups, and weighted step-downs. But something was still off. I feel strong, she said, but stairs still scare me. It turned out she was making the same mistake many people do, pulling herself up with the railing or pushing her weight straight up from behind the step. These methods actually make stair climbing harder. When your weight is behind the step, you're working against gravity and increasing your risk of falling. Instead, I showed Geraldine a small but powerful adjustment. Here's what to do. As you step up, lean slightly forward from your hips or lower back, positioning your weight over your toes and directly above the step. This subtle shift brings your center of gravity forward and aligns your body with the direction you're moving. Not only does this reduce strain on the knees and back, but it also makes climbing smoother and far safer. Geraldine practiced this for a week. Her confidence grew, and she told me with a smile, "I'm not afraid of my stairs anymore." This trick uses your body's natural mechanics to make stair climbing more efficient. And when combined with the strength you've built from the 3 exercises, it creates real, lasting change. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe for more. In future videos, I'll show you techniques for better walking, balance, and leg strength, all designed to keep you moving confidently at any age. Stay strong, keep moving, and as always, stay healthy.